Joe Margulies with Resolution 3D, Res 3D. We develop virtual reality interactives for the US government, for the Department of Defense. This particular interactive is using the MetaQuest headset, which we have here. And this particular virtual reality interactive is for the Civil Engineering Squadron at JBER, Anchorage, Alaska. This interactive is used by airmen in remote locations to train them on how to use the reverse osmosis water purification unit. We'll take you through the experience, show you what it looks like inside the interactive as the airman is actually making selections for equipment selections, putting together the equipment as well as the operations of the equipment.
This is the ROWPS trainer. First, we'll go through the installation of the raw water equipment. So we can check all the steps, clicking that button. Menu in front of us will have all the steps. We can go to practice mode, begin practice. Now it resets the scene to be in that mode. So in this, the previous procedure is already done, so that is the installation positioning of all of the major equipment, all of the tanks. So if I press the A button on my controller, the message will pop up of what step I'm on. So install T-assembly to SRS tank outlet branch. So this tank right here is the SRS outlet branch. It's right here. And I'm in practice mode, so it has these green boxes that give hints of what we're supposed to be doing. So we're supposed to put a T-assembly. So I press B to open up the components menu. Go to T-assemblies. I'm looking for a male, male, female. So I know this is a 4-inch. So a 4-inch male, male, female. Pops to my hand. I go down here and click it. So that's step 1. Step 2, attach suction hoses to both ends of the T-assembly. So I know for this one we want green striped 4-inch female connections. So we go to 4-inch hoses, green striped, and it's a female side. So we go to that, go down here, and connect it. The hose grows out, and we do the same thing on this side. So the next step is install T-assemblies at hose ends and then ball valves to open end of that T-assembly not facing the ROWPUs. So the ROWPU is right here. So we can go over here, looking for a female, male, male connection. And also the arrows will kind of hint you at what kind of connection we need. So 4-inch, female, male, male. Put that on there. And it said to add ball valves to the open end of the T-assembly not facing the ROWPU. So if the ROWPU is facing that way, so these ends, we connect the ball valves. And these are just female to male. And then we go to the other side and do the same thing. Four-inch female, male, ball valve. Next step, install in order a reducer, ball valve, and reducer to open end of each T-assembly. So the reducers change the hose type that we're going to be using. So we need to go to 4-inch to 2-inch. And this says female, male. Then we do a ball valve, so it's 2-inch. And I know this one we need a female, female. And then a male, female for that last reducer. So we go to this one. And this switches it to a 1.5-inch hose that will connect to the ROWPUs eventually. So we do the same thing on this side. So reducer, female, male, And it'll automatically snap to what you're connecting to when you click it. And ball valve, 2-inch, female, female. And the 2-inch to 1.5-inch. Next step is connect discharge hoses from reducers to ROWPUs. So this will be 1.5-inch. We see it needs to be black striped male connection. So that snaps to your hand. Click on that connection. And then to finalize the connection, we need to go to the female side of it. And we look at where it needs to go, which is this right there, and it connects to each other. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. This is still in the VR WPS trainer, and we'll go and do the ROWPU operations now. So just like before, we can go to steps, and all the steps will be listed that we need to do. I'll just go through a few of them. So we go to practice, begin practice. And once it loads, everything should be connected from the previous procedures. So the first step is close all drain valves. So for this, we just go to ROWPU 1. And we see the drain valves are all these yellow valves down here. So you go down, click each one. Next step is open all test vent valves. So that's all these ones. So we open these. This is prime water pump. Verify backwash assembly. And then we push the main disconnect upwards to engage power. So that's over here. Click that. Pull out e-stop. Go over here. Pull that out. And then we start power. Next step, ensure vent vessel switch is in the vent position. So we go and look. Vent it is, so we click it, verified in position. Check power. Press lamp test button twice to test indicator lights. So we'll click it once, see these lights pop in, and then turn them off. Next is set chemical feed pump valves to prime. So that's these 4. So we'll switch all of these to prime. And then set raw water gate valve to 1 open turn. That's that. So that's fully closed, and then we do 1 turn to open it. Set regulate flow valve, so that's over here. And then set regulate booster valve, and that's this guy right here. Ensure chemical feed pump valves are in prime position. And that's just to double check what we just did before. So we verify all those are in position. And now we press the start chemical feed pumps button. And we know that's right here, with the light turning on when it is set. So adjust all strokes and speeds to 100 on chemical feed pumps. So each one of these goes to 100. That just lets us know, so easy to read. Make initial adjustments on chemical feed pumps. So for this, I know we set that. I think we leave citric acid feed pump there. And then we'll show you what speed it should be at. So 45%, 30%, 45% for both. Leave this at 100, and this one will be both at 45. And you actually look in here, you'll see it. They're actually on the right notches. So now we can go to start raw water pump number 1. we click start. Verify discharge hose from raw water pump number 1 expands with water and straightens out. Now we go to start raw water pump number 2. That's that one. And each time we do that, these lights will light up. So adjust raw water gate valve to 45 to 50 gallons per minute flow rate. And we can see the flow rate on here. So if we open it up, that should be 45 to 52. And so the next step is close water vents when streams start flowing. So that's for the vent, multimedia, bag filter, and filtered water. So we turn those off. Turn polymer chemical feed pump valve to run. So over here, polymer, set that to run so it's pointing upwards. And then examine filtered water. So we reopen this up. And we have to choose which testing equipment we'd use to examine it. And I think it's the turbidity meter. And a note will pop up with exactly what you're looking for, which is reading of less than 2 NTU, and what to do if the NTU is above that. So if we're done, we can close that. Now turn sodium hex chemical feed pump valve to run. Sodium hex, is that one. Turn vent vessels to run, and that would be this. And this just lets you know how long it usually takes to open. Yeah, for this, we'll just have it start up right away so we can go to the next step. Verify light on the display panel. So that just means once you wait 30 seconds, that should pop on. So we just verify that. Fully open raw water gate valve. That'd be down here. And this is just a note letting you know when it should be open. Start booster pump. So booster pump. Verify light. So that's the booster pump light. Start RO pump. So even though it's called RO, on here it's under a high pressure pump. Again, a note of just when it shuts down due to low pressure. Adjust regulate flow by closing half turn to 48 to 50 GPM. So that was this valve over here. And when we slowly close it, close vent valves when water flow is established. So the same thing, we just close these.